Hey guys, Ash here from C4 Tech along with my co-host Sundar, and welcome to another episode of Ash Answers.
Ash Answers is a show where we answer the questions that you ask on Twitter using the hashtag Ash Answers.
And this week, a special episode, we've gotten him to shave. Now maybe, just maybe, we could get that haircut done. No. So if you believe that live haircut needs to happen, here's a link to the tweet. Go ahead, check it out. Retweet it, 3,000 retweets, and we get to do it live.
So you weren't kidding when you said this is going to be an intro thing last week.
Last week I said it's going to be an outro thing. Okay. So anyway, Ash Answers is a show. You said that already, right? So yeah. So it's the show where we're going to answer questions, and here are the questions. We segue to that.
Do you guys use some teleprompter app, or you use an actual teleprompter?
So we've got well, it's not the kind of teleprompter they use on TVs with the display. We use an app, put it on a tablet, and then have it mirrored, and the camera goes behind the mirror. So that's how it goes.
Thoughts on the red hydrogen one smartphone? Could this be a step ahead on how smartphones will be in future?
I highly doubt it's gonna, change the smartphone industry. But then Red is known to do great things, but then they're also known to be extremely expensive. So this is one thing I'm gonna just sit back and wait and see how it develops. I'm not gonna be buying it. Way too expensive for me to buy.
It starts at $1,200, right?
Yeah, but it's just the brand name Red and how expensive it is. I don't know, people tell me you want to buy a red iPhone. I'm like, no, it's red, I don't want to buy it. It's the instinctive reaction of red and expensive go together. I'm not saying it's overpriced.
Yeah, it's not that.
No, I'm not calling it overpriced. Yeah. See, Red sells you stuff and then modular stuff on top.
Yeah.
So we still don't know what the smartphone is. So they could as well sell you a earpiece and say, if you want a display, pay extra. I mean, they do that with cameras, so I'm just exaggerating stuff, but then, that's how it is. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a full product for $1,200.
Okay. Which phone would be best in your opinion? Xiaomi Mi6 or OnePlus 5, if both are available for the same price?
If both are available at the same price, I would lean towards the OnePlus 5. The Mi6,
and I would towards the Mi6.
Yeah, and why would you?
It's just personal preference, or probably because I have my mindset
on the Mi6. So yeah, the Mi6 has a better camera, but the OnePlus 5 has a faster UI, it's close to stock Android, and it's got the headphone jack.
Yeah. Smaller form factor on the Mi6, like you said.
Better battery life probably.
Better battery life.
Faster charging.
Yeah. I don't know.
Faster charging on the OnePlus 5.
Yeah.
So, it could go either
battery
way.
life, which is it?
Mi6.
Mi6, okay.
So, but then again, what sways me towards the Mi6 overall would be the fact that it's much cheaper. If it lands in India, it should land at 27, but I don't think it will.
Why all Mediatek chips are so underrated? Are they really that terrible? List out some good Mediatek chips, if any. So they're not underrated, they're rated exactly.
No, they are underrated, to be honest.
Okay.
So here's the thing, right? So Mediatek chips are almost always priced lower than the competition. So initially Mediatek came to prominence by all, startup Chinese brands, like, those cheaper brands like Doogie and stuff. Not Doogie exactly, I'm saying like 4 years back, whatever were there. They used Mediatek chips a lot. And of course, we had our unique brands who spent 12, 15, 18, 20 months figuring out where to put that, and they rebranded it. And so all we saw of Mediatek initially was all the underpowered chips. Yes. And then at one point, especially with the Helio series, Mediatek started coming out with some good chips. But then again, what happened was there was a negative aura associated with Mediatek, as in I've seen that so many times. Even when it's a decent enough Mediatek chip, the comment section goes, I stopped watching at Mediatek. So that's the kind of impact it's had overall Mediatek. And then again, the lower end chips, Mediatek is always cheaper than Qualcomm. So the higher end Mediatek chips, brands rarely use them. So which means most of the times all we see are brands who are trying to cut costs going with a MediaTek chip. So of course, when you see a lot of 6737s, that's like chips that MediaTek is selling that Chinese brands are using on 5 grand phones. And then your major Lenovo, Moto and Nokias, they've put that on a 10K phone. It was not supposed to be on a 10K phone. Those chips are aimed at probably a 5K phone. That's where they're supposed to end up. But then these brands who are trying to make a premium and market this, use the brand name, the brand value, they end up going with these chips. And then when, as end users, when we buy it, we don't blame the brands. We go, MediaTek is shit. But that isn't it. Something like the Helio X20, the Helio X10,
25,
and even the P25 are good. But then what happens as a result of this is the J7 Max, as much as I like to dislike the J series, it's actually surprised me. I actually had a conversation with Samsung where I said I don't believe in this product. But then I've used it and I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying it's excellent value for money. I'm not saying it's outperforming Chinese phones at that segment. No, but then it performs decently. I didn't experience any lag with it. It was, for a day-to-day usage phone, it was quite good. That's a P25.
Okay.
So not all MediaTek chips are bad. It's just the brands going MediaTek are trying to cut costs and they're going with a worse choice of MediaTek chips.
Yes. Is Moto E4 Plus the new Redmi Note 4? On paper, looks like a better deal with more powerful battery, better camera and lower price. You're missing the core, the heart.
What do you... Moto E4 Plus is the new Redmi Note 4. And now I'm just going to wait while all Redmi Note 4 users, there are going to be two possible reactions. Either they're going to be laughing their asses off, or they are right there down in the comments right now saying something nasty, hitting the thumbs down button. Okay, but I mean, how funny is this question?
Maybe he's not aware of...
I mean, he's not blaming him, it's just the marketing. You know, how funny is this question to a Redmi Note 4 user? If you own a Redmi Note 4, what was your reaction when you first saw this question?
Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments below. So, the E4 Plus, it comes with the 6737. And that's not a good chip. And yeah, stock Android is great, but Nokia 3 has stock Android. And Moto C+, right?
C+.
Has stock Android. The same UI. And you saw the speed test, which we will not be leaving. Okay, of course you're going to do it. Go do your pointy thing. Yeah, so I walked right into that one. So you've seen how
it was better than the Nokia 3, but still it was bad.
Nokia 3 is still stock Android. That's what I'm trying to say. Right. It's still stock Android. And even with stock Android, that's the kind of performance you get. So, and then they throw 3 gigs of RAM with it. Why 3 gigs? What's the extra gig of RAM gonna do? I mean, it's not gonna make the chip run any faster. So no, Redmi Note, Snapdragon 425 should beat it. A 430 would do better. A 435 would do even better. And the Redmi Note 4, we are talking about a 625. So no. Redmi Note 3 would kill it, would eat it for breakfast.
Thoughts about the Zenfone AR in India?
So a few months back when the Zenfone AR first got announced, this is what I said. You know, by the time the Zenfone AR actually rolls out, you're going to be on to the 835 and people are just not going to care.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. I'm not saying nobody would buy it. It is unique. Yes, I'd want to see how it works. I would like to get my hands on it, but I'm not going to drop 50 grand on an 821 today. I mean, even at 39 with the G6,
maybe, yeah,
the G6 at 39, it's still not, setting records or anything.
Yeah.
A Snapdragon 821, yes, it's about AR, it's not about 821. Who bought the Fab 2 Pro? If AR was such a USP. So, it's just too late to the party, I guess.
Do you file income tax on the income generated on the YouTube channel?
Unfortunately, yes.
Of course, yes. What do you think about the Honor 8 Pro versus OnePlus 5? Which one is a better steal?
Dun, 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 dun. There you go. Yes, this time I picked the question, so yeah, I set one up. Nice for me.
Nokia 6 pre-order started today, but will be available by the end of August. Your thoughts on the same?
See, a Snapdragon 430 2 months back wasn't big news. 3 months back, when the Nokia 6 rolled out in China, it was still underpowered compared to a Redmi Note 4 that was
Competition.
available. I mean, forget the Redmi Note 4. Underpowered compared to a G5
Honor
Plus.
6X, yeah.
Which is still a 625 at 15K. Honor 6X, a cool one.
Cool one.
A Redmi Note 3, a L2, I mean, display flexing apart. But then there are so many phones that are better than that in that segment. But then again, Nokia is Nokia. The father is back. I mean, I keep hearing this in the comments over and over again. So yeah, it's a big deal. People would probably buy it. I don't know. I haven't used the, I mean, I have used the Indian version, the Nokia 3, I mean, the stock Android. So let's see how it goes. Even there, memory management was good.
Yeah,
But
it was excellent.
the user experience, actually the C Plus felt better, right? It was faster.
Yeah, it was faster.
So-
Performance round.
So I don't know how well they're gonna optimize it. Build quality is good. Camera is nothing to write home about. At 15K, it's competing with a G5 Plus, and hell no, it's nothing to write home about. 430, I wouldn't buy it personally. I mean, I did buy it, but if I didn't run a tech channel, I wouldn't buy it personally, is what I'm saying.
At 10K, we might get it.
But then again, Nokia is positioning, HMD Global is positioning Nokia as a tier 1 brand. Let's see, guys, let's see. I mean, if they can hold up, you know, on their promises of updates, if they can give it a couple of updates, like, you know, Android O and probably one more after that, then it might be worth it. Because other brands are like one and done. So,
When will Sundar get married?
read it.
When will Sundar get married?
So, they're actually looking at alliances, and that's why he's got all shaved and stuff. So, hopefully, in the next few days, he'll get married.
You didn't even know I'd shave when you picked the questions.
I didn't pick it.
This was
Software
actually a
picked it.
tragedy. I
Software
myself
picked
didn't
it.
know when he picked the question that I'd shaved.
So, yeah,
Not getting married. Anytime
Ever.
soon.
ever.
Anytime soon. At least for the not for the next 3-4 years at least.
Sure.
Sure.
Confident.
Confident.
Seriously.
Seriously.
I would have said I'm already married to my work. See, that would have been a much better
That
reply.
would the cheesy, boring.
Cheesier than leaving for the moment. I mean, seriously?
That's trademark.
Trademark.
How many takes does it take to finish speed test of one phone? How frustrating is it when you mess up? Quite frustrating.
How frustrating is it when I come by and blow vapor when you're shooting?
Okay, that doesn't happen. Not a lot.
Not a lot. I haven't. So it's been a while since I did that, right? Thank you for reminding me. So I love interrupting Sundar when he's like shooting his speed tests.
No, he doesn't actually interrupt, like physically come. He doesn't.
The threat of me interrupting.
Yeah,
so I just sit
that's
somewhere
exactly
and like,
what
I'm gonna
disturbs me.
come put my.
That
I'm gonna
distracts me
come-
a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna come put my hand before the camera. I keep saying something like that, and he gets all like, you know, by nature he goes like this at times when he's like trembling, like, and then he's like, he keeps looking at me, looking back at the phone.
It's very distinct. It might look like an easy job, but then you need to have your like. No, it
Yes.
does require your concentration.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're gonna mess up somewhere. It just takes one small mistake in the entire 2 or 3 minutes for you to get a retake.
If he says so, guys. I don't know.
In 2017, also many brands are launching phones with Android N. Why? Does it make sense?
So if you look at it, all these phones that are getting launched with Marshmallow are budget phones. I mean, not including Oppo, who launched a 32,000 buck phone
With Marshmallow.
with Marshmallow. I mean, I don't know. What is the R11 have? Please tell me, Nougat.
I guess. No good.
We are unboxing the R11 tomorrow. I haven't turned the phone on, but I've taken it out of the box. Let me go check. I'm hoping it's Nougat. But then, see guys, this is what it is. In general, with budget phones, you know, they're limited to their funding. They're trying to cut corners everywhere. And one area where they can cut corners but not really get caught, obviously, because they are marketing their cameras. They're marketing MIUI. They're not marketing. Okay, I'm not talking just about Xiaomi. In general, their custom interface is what they're marketing. Dual apps is what they're marketing. They're marketing, you know, selfies, better selfies, you know, moonlight selfies, and it's stuff like this that they're marketing. They're not marketing nougat. because Nougat is what everybody expects. The Android version, they expect it to have it, and even if it comes with Marshmallow, people buy it expecting it to get updated, which it will, but then one and done, right? You buy a Marshmallow phone at the time of Nougat, you end up with Nougat. You buy a Nougat phone at the time of Nougat, you probably get Android O. So it has everything to do with money, and that is when it's annoying when a phone, you know, that gets marketed as, you know, that's not really a 7K, 8K phone, but something like a 20K Vibe X3 doesn't get an update it's supposed to get. That's not a phone that was at 20K, unlike something like a Z2 Plus, which launched at 20.
We are not even talking about a major update. We are talking about just VoLTE update.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. It's not like a Z2 Plus, which launched at 20 and then they kept dropping, which means, you know, it's not selling and they're taking losses on the product. That's fine. But the X3 on the other hand launched at 20, went out at 20. So the phone sold extremely well. They did not take any losses. They still can't give a VoLTE update. And those are times where you get pissed. But then for a 6K, 7K phone, something like a Xiaomi or a Leica, and Leica is not even around anymore, but for brands at that segments, when they're being extremely competitive and they can't provide an update, I mean, one and done, that's where it comes from. And the same reason applies to why sometimes brands launch with Marshmallow.
Why Samsung's avoiding backlit LED for capacitive touchscreen buttons in their mid-range devices? Do you support this?
Capacitive, okay. You know the answer. It's called, wait for a drum roll. Okay, I didn't actually do the drum roll right. I mean, like, can somebody give me a drum roll? I mean, if you're watching it, just like prop your phone aside and go like. I still can't, I'm not doing it right, whatever. Can you comment? I've said this a million times on Ash Answers. It's a certain kind of logic. You wanna guess? Hashtag Samsung logic, that is what Samsung does. See, basically for Samsung, they wanna set apart their mid-rangers and their premium phones. No, it's like they've got budget phones and then premium budget phones, and then they've got budget mid-range phones, and then they've got the premium mid-range phones, and then premium mid-range phones, and then they've got their budget high-performance phone. I don't know. So basically, it's a way to set things apart. So you walk into a store and like, the light is not. Sir, for that you pay another 3,000. You get all features, sir. Auto brightness. Sir, you just pay 3,000 more, sir, and you get all features.
And then,
but then this looks like, I mean, this is 2016 on it. Sir, 5,000 more, sir, you get 2017. Like, they want to upsell people, and I guess that's what it is. But then at least what's good right now is Samsung is improving to an extent, because the J series right now came with an auto brightness sensor.
Wow.
That's been like something I've been like praying for, like, you know, in the nights before I go to sleep, I go like, God, please make Samsung release J phones with an auto brightness sensor. I mean, there was two parts to it, I guess. Only part of my prayers were heard because haptic feedback still remains disabled. Samsung logic.
Where is Harris? Not seen on cam since few days.
Yeah, Harris is suffering from fever, so he's kindly requested 2 days of leave. He's a part-timer, guys. So he's a part-timer. So last month he was here a lot because it was his he had his college holidays.
Vacation,
so he was around. But now that his college is back, he's been doing what college people do.
Yeah. Besides, he actually fell sick.
As he was suffering from fever, he kindly ran.
How do you feel about CSK returning back to the IPL and with Dhoni as the captain? I'm really pumped for this.
I'm frozen. So yeah, you know, more than CSK returning, I really want to see Dhoni captaining the team again.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much Dhoni hate out there. I mean, it's like the guy averages over 50, and then it's like that's because he's been not out a lot. And then okay, he gets out, then he's not there till the end. He's getting out. I mean, the guy can't catch a break, and it's just like, I don't know. I'd like to see him captain again and probably get CSK to the finals at least. I mean, we choke at the finals, but still, yeah, to the finals at least.
Yeah, that would be awesome given what happened to him in the last season.
Pune, exactly.
Yeah, that's just terrible. A lot of criticism. He's facing a lot of criticism. He shouldn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve to. So Not really a big fan of his, but then I'm really don't like what's happening to him right now. You must have seen the picture on Instagram.
Which one?
That was awesome.
Which one? What picture?
I'll show you right now.
He's gonna show me the picture right now. By the way, the reason he dislikes Dhoni.
I don't dislike Dhoni. I'm probably gonna.
The reason why he's not a big fan.
I'm probably gonna become a CSK fan from now.
Probably gonna become.
Just for Dhoni. Just for Dhoni. I'll show you.
You can first start supporting India in matches and then we'll talk. Okay.
I support India.
Nah.
No matter what, India.
No. That's what he says.
Not even born in India,
okay.
But I support India.
Yeah. Singapore does not have a cricket team, alright?
It does.
I mean, not a test status cricket team. So anyway, guys, I would get you behind the scenes footage of him talking sometime, the next 6 months.
Yeah,
there will be some day where he goes like, yay, India lost.
No way.
That's how he comes in. I will record it.
I've never seen
and by the time talking about recording and shooting things, here's a fun little picture of Sundar with...
Are you gonna buy the Galaxy Note Fan Edition?
Yes and no. Yes, if it launches in India. No, if it's not launching in India. I'm not going to spend like $600 and import and pay customs and everything for that. I am a fan, but not that much of a fan. But if it launches in India, then yeah.
And costs less than 40,000 rupees.
Yeah, 45. Fine. But if it launches in
edition,
India,
yeah.
fan edition, yeah. Basically, let's rip the fans off. I like the phone.
When can we expect behind the scenes of C4 Tech unboxing, review and editing videos?
Behind the scenes is a two-man job. Alright, we barely have space for one person to work. We don't have the space to do it, guys. I'm sick and tired of giving you this excuse over and over again. There's so much we want to do, PC builds, live stream stuff, and we just don't have the space for it. And once we get the space, if we get the space, when we get the space, we do all that, set up tours, yes, vlogs, probably.
Your all-time best Netflix shows?
I would have to go with Daredevil. I like Daredevil the best. Netflix exclusives, right?
Okay.
What else? I saw something else Netflix. Glow was fun. Orange is the New Black, probably. Yeah. I liked Orange is the New Black more than Daredevil.
Xiaomi launching a sub-brand. What are your thoughts?
It's actually not a sub-brand. It's just another line, basically aimed at offline. So Xiaomi kind of disrupted the market, going exclusively online, word of mouth and stuff. But now, you see Oppo, Vivo, all doing excellent offline. So Xiaomi needs to kind of tweak their stuff because they're losing market share all over the place. Partially because of Oppo and Vivo, and partially because they refuse to bring flagships to India. I'm going to keep saying that. Hopefully they bring the Mi6. So anyway, so that's that. And, the fun thing about Xiaomi is, last year when we were asking people at Xiaomi why the Mi Note 2 is not... No, we have a one flagship in India per year policy. And now, strangely, everybody remains silent this year. And it's not like I'm asking them this in February, it's July. Half the year's done, guys. And bringing the Mi Note 2 to India now doesn't count as a flagship. We want a 2017 flagship.
Maybe they come up with a Mi 6S.
Maybe the Mi Max 2, because it's a Mi, will now count as a flagship.
Mi Mix 2. Give some advice on YouTube studio lighting and how can I get good quality videos?
If you figure out the answer to this, please give me advice. And guys, studio lighting, like working out of a house and lighting, it's very difficult. We are still figuring stuff out. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it. There are some Ash Answers episodes which look great and some that look Okay, and it's just a lot of trial and error. We're just still figuring stuff out. So yeah, basically, if anybody, a good place to start is Google 3-point lighting. But then again, the problem with 3-point lighting is you might not have the space to do it, and that's an issue. So yeah, that's that.
What's the worst part about being a YouTuber, tech YouTuber?
So for everybody watching so far, you might be thinking, last week was great, but this week, I can't put my finger on it, but the episode feels a little off. Okay. And that's probably the worst part of being a YouTuber, because as of now, all I want to do is go sit in front of my computer and
this is the
Yeah,
worst
forget
part.
that, forget that. I just want to go sit like this and stare at the computer, not talk to people. Because I'm pretty bummed out. I really don't want to be shooting Ash answers now because I like to shoot Ash answers when I'm like
Pumped
all
up.
pumped up and have fun. But then again, it's like, what do you say? What's the time? Damn it, 5:30 in the evening, and I can't really push shooting Ash answers anymore because it's got to go live tomorrow. But I really, just about a couple of hours back. So yeah, here's the reason why I didn't pick apartment hunt questions, right? So basically, for the last 2 years, we've been looking at places. Okay, not like every day. It's just been one of those things, let's keep looking at places so that eventually when the time comes to
Something
move,
clicks.
when the time comes to move, we don't have to like rush and look at places. But then nothing really worked out till about 4 months back. And 4 months back, we got into negotiations with a certain apartment. And then you guys have heard about it in the previous episodes. Like that fell through at the last moment. And now we again came close to finalizing on something else. So we were supposed to go there right now. And in the next few days, we were supposed to get the legal work done. And the seller kind of changed his mind at the last minute. So he doesn't want to sell anymore. So I got that news like literally a couple of hours back, and I've been really bummed out because that was another good place, and finding a good place is extremely difficult, especially given the kind of criteria we have. It shouldn't be too noisy outdoors. The place should be big enough to shoot, and the locality should be accessible for everybody who's working here, and then there should be internet connection, at least 100 Mbps line somewhere. Given all that, it's kind of very difficult to find places. So right now, I'm just really bummed out, and I don't really feel like shooting. But then again, the show must go on. So here I am. Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, and welcome to another episode of Ash Answers. So that is probably the worst part of being a YouTuber. You need to do some stuff, and it doesn't matter how you're feeling when the camera is off. But when the camera is on, you need to
put a smile on your face.
And you need to do it. And the reason why you probably feel there's a little something off about the show is because I'm probably not as good as other people out there. I'm still finding my feet. I'm still learning. Somebody like probably Linus would still be Linus, on whatever it is that he does. John Redinger, yeah, they'd still be able to pull it off. I'm still getting there. So that's why you see something a little off. Anyway, that's probably the worst part about being a tech YouTuber. Ask me again next week, I'll have a different worst part for you.
Do you use a case on your personal daily driver or a skin, or just keep it the way it is?
See, review units, or rather the phones I review, I don't, because there's no skin or case available because I'm importing it way too early. But then if I'm retaining something and if I'm using it, I'd probably like to have a skin on it or have a transparent case on it.
Yeah, or if a case or a skin comes along with the phone.
Yeah, so the transparent skins generally, cases come, and I prefer using them because it doesn't really obstruct the looks of the phone. It's not going to offer you great drop protection, but it increases the grip and it isn't too bulky.
Yeah, and I always use case. Not right now, not on the OnePlus one. It's already 3 years old and I don't really care about it. So
he doesn't really care about any phone.
No, I used a case on the cool one, J7.
He currently is
also.
3 out of 6. 6 devices, 3 broken, 3 not.
Need to buy a phone for mom. She is a gamer, but also wants to click selfies. Moto G5 Plus is a little pricey. Redmi Note 4 camera no good. Buy Redmi Note 4 or wait.
See dude, at the price of around 10k, which is what I guess you're looking at that price, I highly doubt you're going to get a phone with great performance and a great selfie camera.
Yeah. Closest you can get is the Honor 6X.
That's still
priced at around 11k now.
Okay.
It's on sale.
But is the selfie camera great?
Yeah.
Then probably go with the 6X.
Yeah. Things you have regrets of. We all have the regret of Sundar's haircutting tweet not getting 3,000 retweets.
That's probably my biggest regret in life right now. The fact that you guys are not retweeting it. Please retweet it.
We actually have bigger problems. We need to move to a different
but
place.
Then again, the thing I'm really, really bummed out about right now is the fact that tweet, the one you see displayed right now, has not gotten 3,000 retweets. There's a link to it directly right there in the description.
Don't do this to me,
Use it.
guys.
This video is brought to you by Sundar's.
I already look pathetic.
Yeah. Just think about it. Just picture him. Eyebrows shaven. Okay, not the eyebrows. Hair.
Which processor will Mi Max 2 have in India?
Snapdragon 625?
625. That's
625.
what it came with. The first time, right? The first version.
No, not the first. The first one came with 650. This Mi Max 2 in China is 625.
Okay.
Generally, Xiaomi tweaks the hardware if it's a Mediatek and they can't sell it in India. So given that they don't have any issues selling Qualcomm, I'm pretty sure it's going to come with the 625.
Best Samsung device used till date. Not necessarily latest ones, but the ones which made you feel that now that's some phone.
What about you? iPhone 7.
Samsung, no. I haven't used many Samsung. You used a lot of Samsung.
I know, I'm going to answer.
Okay, for me, I used only the J7 Prime.
Okay, so that's
no matter what, I'm not gonna say it. I hated using it. Galaxy.
But he still took 6 months of the phone, alright? Now just figure if he actually liked the phone, you'd still be waiting for the J7 Prime review. J7 Prime, 6 years later.
6 years later.
Okay, what?
Good idea.
iPhone 7.
S8 Plus.
S8 Plus.
Maybe because that's the only other phone
that you have touched.
Yeah.
I don't know, for me it would be the Galaxy Note 3.
Note 3.
I love that phone.
Note 4. How did I forget Note 4? Galaxy Note 4. I loved it.
Okay.
And I'd still love to use it for maybe 6 more months. Maybe it's just 6 more months.
For me, it would be the Note 3. Note 3 to Note 4, the kind of jump we got, yeah, they went metal and all that. Not that I didn't like the phone, it was like, okay. But Note 2 to Note 3...
had the faux leather.
Yeah. Note 2 to Note 3 is when they started it was the stitching kind of thing to the back. That was... Forget that. It's just that the display, the 5.7 AMOLED, Super AMOLED on it, it was just that much better than the Note 2. That's the first time they went full HD. So full HD to Quad HD didn't give you that oomph factor. But going from 720 to full HD was really good. And then again, that's like 5.5 to 5.7. And that kind of hit the sweet spot, right? Notes remained at 5.7, 4, 5, and then 7, and now FE. Okay, FE and 7. I'm just trying to, add evidence to my points and prove, but whatever. Anyway, that was the 5.7, the sweet spot, and I really liked that. I mean, most people hated the fall at the back. I actually liked it, and it was, the display was great. I liked it. That was the first time I was like,
Yeah, I have kind of the same reason for liking the Note 4. It's kind of unique. There are, the Note 5, the Note 7, there are like tons of phones out there that look like the Note 5. Kind of the same build. I mean, every Samsung phone looks the same, but then the Note 4 was kind of unique. Agree?
Disagree? Let us know in the comments. So used to that part of the script. Anyway, the thing was, okay, here's why I like the Note 3 more than the Note 4, as in at the time when it came out, because by the time the Note 4 had come out, the competition was a lot faster. It was a lot faster.
Okay.
As in, it was the phones we were comparing it with at that point were all like smoother user interface. The Note 4 still had the old TouchWiz, which meant after you took a picture with that amazing camera, to jump into the gallery, you had to wait 3 seconds. Okay, so the Note 3 was similar. But then again, at that point, most phones were still like, the software hadn't gone that much. It wasn't that much faster than the Samsung phones, and it was like, okay, I still like the S Pen and stuff, I can still use this. Coming from a different phone to that, the lag wasn't that obvious, as in that gallery lag and stuff. But with the Note 4, it got even more obvious, and that's why the Note 3 was probably my favorite. Removable battery. The Note 4 had a removable battery too.
Which games are you currently playing on the PS4 Pro, and is PS3 a good console for budget gamers in 2017?
PS4 Pro, I've been playing the same game for the last 6 months. I'm still like, I play for like 15 minutes a month, probably Uncharted 4. So, I don't know, sometimes I play for an hour and then I go a couple of months without playing it. I've still not finished it. I'm just in the process of slowly progressing through the game. So that's the Pro. PS3, I would rather you guys, I mean, how much is it for? 10K?
Not sure.
15K?
15 probably. Around 15.
I would say better save up and buy a PC, build a PC instead. It would be better. PS3, if you really, I mean, there's a huge game collection. Used games should also be available very cheap. Maybe if you really couldn't, you know, spend 20K on a PC, 30K on a PC, again, yeah.
That said, if you really badly want a PS3, let us know. We have one lying around.
Yeah, now they're gonna ask for a giveaway. We are planning to sell it, not give it away.
Why Corning didn't stop production of Gorilla Glass 3? Why some phones still have it?
Why why Apple still didn't stop production of iPhone 5s, SE? Why do some people still buy it? It's the same thing. It's like older generation models are priced cheaper. They've produced it in mass. They still produce it and people want to buy it, as in brands want to buy it because, you know, it's a little cheaper there, probably.
I think Apple still uses the old generation Touch ID on its new tab iPad.
Okay.
So happens. People were all with pitchforks and knives with Asus pricing, but they are happy about Snapdragon 430 in a 15K phone.
Yeah, I like how you went all tweet without mentioning Nokia anywhere. I like that. But then yeah, that's it, guys. It's just the brand value, and honestly,
craze.
No, it's just that, see, by the time 625 rolled out on the Zenfone 3, the last time around they came with the flagship Intel chip. The 6 series, you know, at that point we were seeing all the Redmis and stuff with 6. So the 6 series meant a 15K price tag or lower. But then here they were with a 6 series phone at 30K, and it was just unacceptable back then. But now it's still unacceptable, 430 at 15K if you ask me. But then again, like I said earlier, you know, father's back, Nokia is Nokia. That's all I keep reading.
Yeah.
You know, Nokia quality cannot be matched. I mean, yeah, the build is good, but then is the build worth 8K? You tell me.
Comparatively, back in 2016, Zenfone 3 at 21K.
It's just the no, it wasn't 21, it was 30, 28K.
21
5
for the
smaller variant. Yeah, we were talking about the 28K phone.
Okay. It still had the best camera in its price segment.
It did, but then it was competing with the Mi 5.
Comparing it with the smaller variant.
No, but then it was competing with the Mi 5.
Yeah.
So the previous generation the previous generation Zenfone was competing with the OnePlus, the OnePlus 2 or OnePlus 1, OnePlus 2, I don't know, whatever, the OnePlus phone, OnePlus 2, 4 gigs of RAM, right? So yeah, I don't remember, with whatever OnePlus phone was available at that point. And when the Zenfone 3 came, it wasn't completely competing with a OnePlus or a Xiaomi. It was priced similar to a OnePlus or a Xiaomi, but with a 625, and I guess that's where people got bummed out. Seriously, it's passing a week, no speed test, no camera, what is cooking? Is there any restrictions for Indian YouTubers to not do OP5 versus Honor 8 Pro comparison video? So here you go, guys. Okay, yeah, there you go. The full comparison is out. But here's my serious question. 22nd of last month is when the 22nd, 23rd is when the phone's launched. So it's been 3 weeks. So would you really prefer somebody to do a full comparison in a day, 2 days, 5 days? I don't get it. I need to use both phones. So that's a week for each phone. Yes, I had the OnePlus 5 under embargo, so probably not a week for the OnePlus 5. But then once the phone launches, we have OnePlus 5 videos to post. And then we have the Honor 8 Pro unboxing and the full review of the Honor 8 Pro, which is like 10 days. And the OnePlus 5, I actually had to use it only after launch for a bit before I put out the review. So both phones need to be used. So logically, you spend a week with each phone, it's still 2 weeks, and then you spend a week to come up with the entire video, 3 weeks. I mean, I know I could probably come out with it earlier. Yes, it was delayed by maybe 4 or 5 days, but then that's not to do the comparison. It's just, I just feel people are so used to 1 day comparisons and day 2 comparisons.
Yeah. That would be half-baked, and if you don't want to do that.
If you want us to do the half-baked things, I mean, let us know in the comments. If enough of you want, I guess that's what helps on YouTube. I mean, if you guys want us to do it, we could. But then again, I'd prefer to actually wait. I mean, basically, barring camera, we could do the rest. Camera and battery life. So if you want me to, talk about the rest, then just say this has this camera, that has that camera. I think this would be better. I think that would be better, and just leave it at that. We could probably do that, but I highly doubt that's what you want. If I'm mistaken, let me know in the comments below.
Speedtest is coming soon though.
I laugh every time I hear the word soon out of your mouth.
Which company did you work for as support engineer? Just wanted to know.
I didn't work as a support engineer. Worked in chat support for Sutherland. The process was AT&T Uver's chat support, and before that, I worked for Intelinet, wherein I was part of the phone banking team for Barclays UK, and then Empire Office, QSigned, a lot of that. So these were my last 3.
Do you still have your very old videos in your hard drive, or are they deleted?
The source files, no, but the final renders, I've got it for all videos. I think barring one, the one that I uploaded from Hyderabad with Ranjit, I don't have the video. I think everything else we have, even the ones we've deleted off YouTube.
Like fingerprint scanner, can we see waterproof feature come down from high-end phones to budget segment in the near future?
It is coming down. It's available currently on the Samsung mid-premium, mid. What's that mean?
A series.
That's what. Is it the mid-range premium phones or the premium mid-range phones? Okay, one of that. It's there on the Samsung A series. It's
A3,
trickling down.
A5, A7.
Yeah, maybe 3 years down the lane, the J series will have a haptic feedback enabled. Anyway, so we are seeing it happen, and hopefully the adoption rate goes up.
Do you know of any other brand that comes with waterproofing?
No IP certification, but then again, Moto has the nano coating and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah. And those are all the questions I picked for today's episode. So if you guys hated this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. But even if you hated it, you can head on over to the link in the description below and retweet that tweet. Because I'm pretty sure you're gonna want to watch me stream taking a razor or a trimmer rather and going through this. That's gonna be so satisfying. I mean, if you watched his...
How is that gonna be so satisfying?
Why is dismantling, like unwinding cables, so satisfying? If you've seen his earphones video, at the end he goes
something.
It's so satisfying. The same way it's so satisfying for me and for them as well. If you agree, give this video a thumbs up. Head on over to that link, tweet it, retweet it, and that's it. If you did like this video, and for more videos, hit that subscribe button down below. If you've already subscribed, do not do this, but hit that bell icon to make sure you get notified each time a new video goes live here on C4Retech. And he was about to say something.
Nothing. I was just saying this tweet thing is actually turning out to be serious.
It is.
More serious than I thought.
We are going to make it happen, guys. I don't know if it's 2017 or 2018 or 2019. But we're gonna make that happen.
I thought it will all just settle down in a while, but then it's just getting worse every passing week.
The North remembers. Okay, anyone else looking forward to Game of Thrones coming back? I can't wait.
Me?
Will the book ever release?
Who cares? I don't read
want the book. I want to read the book. But yeah. So that's it, guys. Okay, now it's my favorite part. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this is Ash and Sundar from C4Retech.
Leaving for the moment.
Have a nice day, but we now want you to do the head shake. You didn't shake your head.
First, it used to be. First, you always wanted me to say it. Now you want me to do the head shake. No, the demands from him keep going higher.
Yeah, Go.
Leaving for the moment.
Head shake. I'm seeing. I'm looking at the viewfinder.
Leaving for the moment.
No. Oh yeah, that's it. Do it. Now do it with.
I did it.
You did the head shake separately.
Leaving for the moment. Have a nice day.
It wasn't in sync.
It was.
Okay, it wasn't though. But anyway, guys, you have a good one. Bye bye.
Why Mediatek chipsets are considered as inferiors to Snapdragon chipsets?
Did we answer this already?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, I'm sorry guys, I double picked. The brands going Mediatek are trying to cut costs and they're going with a worse choice of Mediatek chips.
Yes, many coincidences and people try to perceive it in a different way. Like at the same price, say there's a Mediatek phone.
You know, I'm just cutting all of what you say.
Yeah, why?
I went on a huge freaking rant. Much cheaper. If it lands in India, it should land at 27, but I don't think it will. Yeah, that was me trying to say excuse me. Anyway, so